I couldn't get it over my boobs, so I'm like, it's like a Steve Martin.
Not a problem I have. Yeah, just dip your nose into it. We're so attractive.
Hey everyone, so I'm here to do another video with my sister Addison, and today our video is going to be about questions you should not ask a transgender person. Alright, number 1, which bathroom do you use?
See, so that one, that's just uncouth for a handful of different reasons, but...
Unless you're in North Carolina.
Unless you're in North Carolina, and then you can just go straight to hell. And, honestly, that's not even that big a...
Not even that big a deal?
Honestly, that question doesn't really offend me all that much, but... Honestly, a lot of this stuff really doesn't offend me, but that one's still, not terribly appropriate because it's not really anybody's business except for the person trying to use the bathroom.
That's true.
So, it's the bathroom. Just assume they're gonna use the bathroom, and then it doesn't matter.
And don't assume that just because another person, another gender to you, is in the bathroom, it doesn't mean that they're going to sexually molest you or try to rape you. Because here's the thing, I've had so many people say, I don't want men in the ladies' room. Well,
there aren't men in the ladies' room.
She's a lady, and trust me, she's not after what you got. So, you know,
Well, I mean, if that were
yourself.
actually the issue, does that mean that lesbians have to use a different bathroom?
Oh,
where
good
do queer
point.
people have to go to the bathroom? What if you play for all of the teams? Myself. What the hell bathroom am I supposed to go to? Do we have a queer bathroom?
And I'm pretty sure that pedophiles don't follow any of the rules anyway.
Well, here's the thing. It's still illegal to be a creep. It never stopped being illegal to be a creep. There are more cases of United States senators and representatives being creeps in bathrooms than any transgender person ever. This has happened 0 of times with transgender people.
So, when's the surgery?
Such a massively offensive question for many reasons, not the least of which being that not everybody wants surgery, not everybody has plans for surgery, not everybody plans to do all of the surgeries that you think they might want to do. So asking this question is just like saying, so I don't currently think of you as the gender you're representing yourself as. I'd like to know when I can start actually considering you to be the gender that I think you should be.
So as straight people, let's think of if someone walked up to a girl with small breasts and said, so when are you getting implants? You wouldn't do that. And if someone with a small dick, if you walked up and said, when are you getting a dick enhancement? That you would be offended if someone said that to you. Don't say that to other people. Just don't.
Rude.
Okay. Are you sure you're not just gay?
I'm many things. I'm many things, and many of my contemporaries are many things as well. And we're very sure. We're not confused. We promise. We are exactly what we're trying to tell you. I promise, spent just an asinine amount of time thinking about this, or we would never have gotten here in the first place.
Well, my question is, if somebody is gay, it doesn't necessarily mean that they dress the opposite way anyway.
I know a lot of gay people that do dress the opposite way.
And butch lesbians aren't trying to be boys, you know? Butch lesbians still have boobs and they're not trying to hide them. They're not transgender. Well, there's a difference.
The clothes that you wear don't make you a gender or any kind of a sexuality. They're clothes. First and foremost. And makeup also doesn't make you a gender. It makes you want to wear makeup. And Johnny Depp is gorgeous in makeup.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a penis?
So that one, that
Would you walk up to a dude and say that?
Anybody.
Would you walk up to your friend in a bar and be like, dude?
So dude.
What are you packing down?
You got a penis? Can you tell me all of the details about your genitalia? Is this a question? I think the most important question is all of these questions involving other people's genitalia. First and foremost, I want you to think to yourself, is this a question I would ask my grandmother? If it's not a question you would ask your grandmother, shut the fuck up.
Don't ask strangers, my God. All right, can I see pictures of you before you transitioned?
So rude. Honestly, I do tend to show people pictures of me pre-transition just because, I'm really proud.
It's so different.
I'm really proud of, how things have gone, and I'm very open about this anyway, and, just...
But don't assume that everyone who is transgender is identifies with their previous self. That's part of their past that they are not in anymore. And
right. So
would you want pictures of yourself when you were skinnier now that you're fat? I don't show my skinny pictures because it just makes me look worse now. Like, don't do that. That's not who they are anymore.
Well, it's not who we are anymore, but in addition to that, a lot of people are very, very sensitive about the fact that, like, hey, maybe they didn't like the way they looked beforehand. I didn't like the way I looked beforehand at all. The only reason I'm comfortable showing people pictures of me pre-transition is because, like, I look way better than I did then, and I like people to go like, wow, holy shit. Because that's kind of fun.
She was still good looking as a dude, but she didn't think so. What's your real name?
My real name, I promise, is the one I give you. Because that is my name.
Okay, not even transgender. People want to correct the way I spell my name all the time because clearly I'm wrong and clearly I don't know how to spell my name. And that's just how I spell my name. I'm Emily with 2 E's. That's what it is on my birth certificate. That's what my mother did to me. I don't do it because I think I'm cool. I'm not Emily with a Y. I'm Emily with 2 E's. And if I'm that heated about how people spell my name, could you imagine if someone said, well, what's your real name? Fuck you! My real name is what I gave you.
Are you sure?
Drives
Are you
me-
sure you didn't just, like, decide accidentally to start spelling it wrong?
No. I
Sure?
I thought I would look much cooler if I
Okay.
swear that's what people think. And it's, you know, are you sure Addison's your real name?
Even
Are
if you
you
phrased
sure?
it differently. Like, what was your original name? Just as rude.
Just as rude.
Just
That's
as rude.
awful. Okay, why don't you try harder to look like a woman or a man? Oh, that's so mean.
That one's rude. And
I'm glad
actually,
I didn't read this list ahead of time.
that's a pretty common question that people will ask because just because I or some other trans person identifies as trans and we can tell you like, hey, I'm a girl or I'm a boy or whatever, clothes, again, don't make you your gender. Makeup doesn't make you your gender. What I'm telling you, I promise, is my gender.
Well, somebody said to me the other day, Addison looks really great. Some girls, when they're transitioning, look like your dad in a dress. And it's like, but even when I see someone looking like my dad in a dress, they're trying. And they're out in public wearing a dress. And you know what? Kudos to you. Good on you for trying. And
Good on them for being comfortable being themselves.
Yes,
it
it's
doesn't
great.
matter what you look like. Go into Walmart anytime.
Amen.
Anytime you want to question how somebody looks in their clothing or whatever. We're all just trying to be us in the way we are comfortable being us.
Yeah.
And not everybody passes. And that's not important to pass.
No.
It is for us. This is for me. Whoever. Like, it doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah.
This
Amen.
is, I want everyone to be equally happy being comfortable being themselves wherever they want to go being themselves.
Are you going to change your voice?
I actually did change my voice quite a bit. But not everybody does, and not everybody wants to, and their decision on this matter is, quite frankly, theirs.
None of your damn business.
None of your damn business.
That's
I
what
did
that
change
is.
mine, though, and,
She did. I like her voice now.
I
Her
like it
voice
too.
when she was initially transitioning was very nasal, and it was a cross between Jersey and a Southern California Valley girl. So, and then I hadn't talked to her on the phone for a while, so when she came, I'm like, I was ready to have that sister talk. Like,
she was ready to pick on me for my voice.
No, not pick on her. Give some tips of how to work your vocal cords so you can get that tone that you want without having to do it here. To be able to do it here.
I
But
actually
her
spent a
voice
lot
is
of time,
beautiful.
I spent a lot of time deciding how I wanted my voice to sound, but this is something that was important to me and might not be important to anybody else.
Oh Lord, I don't know if I. Okay.
Ah.
Next question.
You
Am
don't
I?
have to- You can rephrase that, but that's still a pretty good question.
No,
That's a common one.
I'm just gonna say it as it is, especially if it's a common one.
It's a common question.
Am I still straight if I want to?
Yeah, so that one's exciting, and it happens a lot. And you are whatever sexuality you identify as, regardless of who you have sex with. And this is a thing that a lot of people get kind of hung up on.
I'm not even sure. I just understood that.
Well,
Say it different.
okay, let me try this one more time.
No. Just keep going as that. If dudes are attracted to her, it's because she's a pretty chick. I think that it doesn't matter what is happening downstairs because, again, none of your damn business.
Well,
They're
so,
attracted to her because she's a pretty chick. It doesn't make you gay because you see her as a pretty chick.
so if you're into girls
You know?
and you want to have sex with a transgender girl, that means you're having sex with a girl. If you're into boys and you want to have sex with a transgender boy, you're having sex with a boy. The hardware downstairs doesn't make you a boy or a girl. You as a person are a boy or a girl.
I like that. That was a better answer.
Cool.
I just didn't get it at first, and it may be because I'm drinking.
Well, and what I was saying originally was that sexuality is a self-identified thing. So this is something that you decide. Who you have sex with doesn't determine if you're a boy or if you're straight or gay. You determine if you're straight or gay. So even if you are a straight guy and you happen to experiment with a guy, that doesn't make you gay, that doesn't make you bisexual. You can still be a straight guy having had sex with a guy.
Yeah, it was just an experiment.
It's who you are, not what you did. It's who you are, not what you...
I like it. And last, but certainly not least, how do you have sex?
Now...
How do you have sex? My God, who asks that question?
For the sake of transparency, it can actually be kind of complicated, but like, that doesn't make that question more appropriate. You make do.
You make do.
You make do. You have sex the way you want to have sex, the way you're comfortable having sex with.
Yeah. Just because you've been married for 30 years and you have sex in the missionary position every single time you have sex doesn't mean your way is any more right than anybody else's way. You know what I mean? I don't. How do you have sex? That's
How
just
do you
crazy.
have sex? How do you have sex, bitch?
Sex? Oh my God. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for that. Hope you learned something.
Never ask anyone those questions.
Never, ever ask
Anyone.
any one of those questions. That's just, no. If you would be offended if someone asked you, don't ask that question.
I still defer to, if you would be offended asking your grandmother, don't ask
Don't
anyone.
ask that question. And until next time, bye guys.